Hi everyone, welcome. I can see a lot of you already joined us on time, but we're expecting a few more participants, so let's give them a couple of minutes to join us. Mr. Hector, welcome. How are you today?
Doing great. Thank you so much. And it's a pleasure to be here today. And I want to welcome everyone who's already joining us. And before we get started, I actually want to find out what part of the world are you coming from? If you can use the question box or the chat window if it's available to you, let me know where you are located and just give me the country. Where are you coming from? I'm actually right now located in Maryland in US, which is part of the greater DC metro area. So I'm actually about 7 hours away from you guys that are coming in from Saudi or the UAE. So let me know where you're coming from and just type in either questions or in the chat if it's available. Where are you located at?
Something really good to mention because we have as well a lot of newcomers. So wondering who is Leoron, who we are, and what we do. Just to mention, Leoron Professional Development Institute is the EMEA's leading business events and corporate training company. Leoron mission is to help corporate clients and government entities worldwide in strengthening the skills, competencies, and abilities of their people by providing them with top quality continuous training programs conducted by unrivaled global experts and implemented by the best event managers in the industry. So basically that brings us here, Mr. Hector and I. I think we're going good. Should we give them like a few more seconds, like 10 more seconds, just so everyone can say?
Sure. We can maybe in a minute or so we can get started, and you can actually just formally launch the program.
Yeah. I see a lot of comments like we have from all the way the world. So we have like from Kenya, Dubai, United Arab Emirates, Saudi. We have a lot from Europe, from US.
Perfect. All right.
It's quite an interesting, let's say, mixture of people.
That's perfect. Perfect.
Okay, Mr. Hector. I think I can see the majority of participants joined us in meantime. I think so we can officially start the webinar. What do you say?
Yes, that's perfect.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I'm here today to participate in the opening ceremony of this webinar. On behalf of Leoron Professional Development Institute and our expert trainer, Mr. Hector Del Castillo, let me warmly welcome you all here this afternoon. My name is Victor, and I'm the event manager for this webinar. I'll be here to help you in anything you need and to make sure that everything is running smoothly. Before we start, I would like to introduce our expert trainer, Mr. Hector. I'm pleased to announce that Hector is one of our lead trainers from our marketing training events. He has over 18 years of experience strengthening companies to outperform competitors. He's passionate about working with business and product leaders to design, launch, and support enterprise products that customers will love. I would kindly ask you all not to hesitate to write down your questions in the question sector on the control panel. So after the presentation, we're going to have time for answering your questions, maybe discussing your ideas. After successfully completing the webinar, all of you will receive an official certificate of attendance. One email will automatically be sent on your email addresses that you left in your registration details. Well, we'll look forward into another successful webinar. And thank you all, and I wish you have a good and highly productive session. I can feel your eagerness for learning, so keep that positive atmosphere. Hector, the microphone is yours. I'm turning off my camera and mic, so take over and enjoy. See you soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and thanks everyone. Welcome. And my name is Hector Del Castillo, Chief Product Officer at Bold PM, and also expert trainer at Leoron Institute. And it is my pleasure to be here today and discuss this particular topic, how to lead your product through the COVID-19 recovery. And today's discussion will entail multiple things. That is about how is it that you as a product manager or product marketing manager or any other role that you're doing within product, that how is it that you can actually lead your teams and your product to persevere during this COVID-19 economic crisis and be able to then accelerate and scale back to growth once recovery begins. So before we get started, I want to tell you that we're actually recording this whole thing, and the audience is on listen only mode so that you can actually hear me well. And also, if you have any questions, there will be a Q&A, and type in your questions using the question box, and there'll be a moderated Q&A at the end of my discussion today, and we'll get into that information so that we can actually ensure that we answer all of your questions. If you encounter any audio issues, be sure to refresh your browser. If you're hearing breakup, it may be your internet connection. We already did sound checks on our side, and we make sure that at least if you have any audio issues, let the moderator know, and perhaps all you need to do is just refresh your browser or log back in, and hopefully that'll address your issues. Also, we are recording today's session, and you'll be seeing actually a video, and I'm going to be sharing on a post-event page my entire presentation, and all you need to do is sign up. And signing up, I'll tell you what link you can actually go, so you can actually sign up. You're going to get an automated response via email about today's discussion, and then post-event, you'll get a link where you can view the video and the slides of today's discussion. And we're going to basically go through very quickly a lot of different things today, so be sure to stay engaged. Also, I want to give a special thanks to Leoron, because they're actually hosting this webcast, and they've been doing a great job of hosting the webcast with different expert trainers. And this is actually my first one with Leoron, but I do this on an ongoing basis. And actually, I can also invite you to other things that I'm doing, where I'm actually working with different platforms to actually host some of these webinars that I'm doing. And I have a few of them coming in the next few weeks that are free to attend. So be happy to share that information with you. If you connect with me on LinkedIn, or if you sign up on my landing page, I can provide you further updates about other topics that I'm doing in the next few weeks. Also, a special thanks to Podcast Village, because they actually convert everything that I record, and they take video and create great podcasts out of my content. And I will share all of this content with anyone that actually attends, registers for my events. And that way you can actually review the information in different ways, whether you want to view the video, view the slides, or listen to the podcast. You have available all three of them from one session if you sign up for the session. So shout out to Podcast Village, because they do great podcasting services, and they produce great listenable content for anything that I do. Also, if you're on Twitter, use these particular hashtags: product management, and hashtag COVID-19 recovery. This is what we're going to be talking about, is how is it that you're going to persevere through the recovery. And anything that you share, you're welcome to share any images or any wisdom that comes out of today's discussion, and use the hashtag also product strategy. And you can use Leoron's handle, which is at Leoron Group, or mine, which is at HM Del Castillo. These are the two, and if you do that, we can retweet and reshare any content that you send via Twitter. Feel free to share anything that comes out, even if it's pictures or a few of the snippets that we're going to be discussing in today's session. So if you want to watch the replay, here is the link where you can actually sign up. And just so that you guys are aware, I am going to type in this short URL so that you can actually click through and sign up. And I just sent that via chat. You should be able to see it. If you don't see it, make sure you take a screenshot of this, because this page is already live. There's a web form that you can submit. All you have to do is click through the sign up button, submit the information, and many of you already did this as part of registration. But those of you who have not signed up, you can sign up using this particular link, and then you'll be getting a link where you'll see a post-event page where you'll see all of these things that I talked about posted, so you can either view the video, look at the slides, or actually listen to the podcast. All of those three things will be available post the live session after today's session. Today's discussion is going to be about how can you lead your teams and your product to persevere through COVID-19 recovery. And we're going to be talking about multiple things in here. We're going to be sharing information that is about talking about the current situation. We're going to talk about why most products fail and that's reality because there's a high failure rate, and this has been around for years. We'll talk about why most products fail, why product management has risen in importance, and we're going to talk about how to build resilience to your product to ensure that your product and your teams persevere through current COVID-19 crisis and begins to scale and grow as recovery begins. We're also going to talk about the value of why you should consider getting certified for those of you who are not certified as product managers or product marketing managers. But we're also going to talk about why it matters for you that if you have one certification, you should actually pursue additional certifications. And all of these certifications are available through Leoron. And we're going to also talk about key takeaways as well. And finally, we're going to have Q&A. And this whole program is going to be fast-tracked because I'm maybe going faster than you are comfortable. I have a lot of content to discuss, but hopefully you'll be able to review this and maybe give you a chance to ask any questions. So if I'm going too fast, it's okay, because just type in your question. I'm going to leave a good 20, maybe 25 minutes so that you can actually, we can actually get to the Q&A and then answer any questions that you might have. So let's go ahead and get started.